Good to hear. Let's hope your execution matches your enthusiasm. I've got a job for you if you're looking to keep busy. Here are the details.
Greetings and welcome to another episode of Soul Talk, which talks to our citizens and members of the community. I'm your host, fastcat FC, and I'm joined today by JadeStarwatcher. How are you doing, Jade?
I'm doing well.
And how's your week been?
Uneventful, and it's gone by fast.
That didn't sound too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Good. Yeah, today is November 21st, 2024, at least in North, South, and Central America. As usual, today we're live today on Twitch and YouTube. Maybe we're exploring a different platform, but we'll get back to that later, I guess. But need to talk to the producers about that, but we'll get to that just another time and place. Greetings, and hope everybody is ready for an IAE. Are you ready for IAE, Jade?
Oh, yes, I'm definitely ready.
Oh boy, we're gonna talk about that in a bit. I hear your enthusiasm. I'm interested in hearing why, but I guess we'll get to that in a bit. Unless you want to say why now.
Well, I'm looking forward to, and nobody go freak out and think that this is official or anything, because it's not. This is my hopium. Looking forward to land claims being on sale.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
Yeah.
So, there's some predictions about how much money CIG would make if land claims goes live, but we'll talk about that a bit too, I guess.
My wallet is ready.
Oh, your wallet is mine is not.
Oh yes.
my RSI credit is ready. Put it that way. My RSI credit is ready. But yeah, for me this week, I've lost my Kindle reading spree. I was at like 2 months or something like that, 60 days. But I started a new game called Heaven Burns Red. It's by the developer called Key. They mostly do visual novels. Like you might have heard of Air, you might have heard of Cloud, you might have heard of Angel Beach. Well, Angel Beats is done by the composer for those series, but I'm enjoying it. I started like 4 days ago. It started last week, but I started late because there was a whole bunch of stuff coming out at the same time, and I had to do Flights of Rhythm. By the way, Flights of Rhythm is available on Mixcloud.
Yes, it is.
Any announcement for TPR, the People's Radio?
Yeah, actually a couple. So people may know that we had a sort of like news on the hour thing that we had for years, and I decided to reevaluate. After a lot of thinking, I decided to think of a better format for it, where people weren't hearing like the same broadcast all the time for a week. And now we have a really cool thing called the Deep Dive, where there's the two hosts that you're used to. they debate the things that have happened in the Star Citizen universe, or people like they have a nice discussion about Jax McCleary, Xenothreat, Citizens for Prosperity. So like you hear that every other hour on the out at the top of the hour. And so that was something I was working on pretty hard for a while, and now it's here. And also new music, new immersive music. Songs about being a medic in the Star Citizen universe, and being chased by the advocacy, and a bunch of new immersive music I added. So,
You have any songs about waiting for the Endeavor or waiting for the Brand Immersion? Not yet.
no, because those actually exist in the. We don't break the fourth wall, even though we as players, we don't
Come
have
on,
those
give me
ships.
some Deadpool, give me some She-Hulk,
No,
something.
we don't do that. We don't do that. Total immersion. Because those ships exist in the Star Citizen universe right now. We just don't have access to them as players.
What about people standing in chairs with their arms held out? Did that exist in the People's Radio universe?
Oh, the planking pandemic.
Yeah, okay. So that does exist.
yeah. That's what another thing we do is sometimes when there's stuff like that's a bug in the game, I'll just like make up some kind of reason that these people are behaving
pandemic,
strangely.
What have you?
Yeah. It was the pandemic of 2950. Yeah.
All right, so check out the People's Radio. Drop a link for about that in chat for me, Jay, please.
I will.
All right, so I'm going to do my thing, and then we'll get this show started. I see a whole bunch of people waiting already. So this came out, the hint for this came out November 12th, 2019. So 5 years ago, almost to the day, like 5 years and a week. Yeah, 5 years and a week. So I just need to say 4 words, and people will get this. This is, people can probably guess what this is, but without even knowing. Think about the timeline. But this is pre-pandemic, came out in November. So this is the way. That's all you need to know. That came out 2019. It doesn't seem that long. But yeah, let me drag people down. If you want to join us, click the link that Jade dropped in chat. Drag people down now. We got our usual suspects, Admiral Kusanagi, Face to Face, Pop and Face, and Rain Cloud. If you want to come on in, become a new face, we're not shy. Hopefully not. Don't be shy, put it that way. Come on in, talk about what's going on in Star Citizen this week. How y'all doing?
Doing as good as good to be doing.
Pretty good yourself?
Doing all right.
Yes.
And anyone want to tell me the title of what I just said?
Mandalorian.
There you go. Doesn't seem like it's been 5 years, does it?
No, it sure doesn't.
Pandemic time messes up our sense of timing all over the place. All right, so let's get to our sneak peek, shall we? I forgot to update the title, but I'll do that right now. So the title is "The Help Is on the Way." It's not small stuff. That was the week before that. But help is on the way. So I'll fix that real quick, and we'll tell me people what people think about that.
New armor and medical therapy.
Yep, that's what it is.
Okay.
So new armor
Mm-hmm.
and the
Yeah, that
terrapin?
armor's new. Yeah, and in the background is the medical terrapin.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see notice the background. Good catch.
Better still, the Carapin.
The what?
The Carapin. Because, medical
I thought
care,
it,
right?
I thought it was Metapen.
No, that's stupid. Carapin. It rhymes with terrapin. Like
Wow,
Ursa.
You just called thousands of people who've been calling that for the past week or so.
I can't help it that they can't, they have bad imaginations.
Wow.
Wow, Jay.
Wow. I'm not even going to name drop where I've been hearing Metapen. I'll say it after this show, but yeah, people have been calling it the Metapen.
Well, it's the Carapin. So if you hear somebody call it the Carapin, you know where you heard it. You know that they're down with Soul Citizens. That's all.
Oh, Carapin.
Carapin.
Okay.
Yeah, the Carapin.
No, I needed it spelled out. Thank you, DJ. I needed that spelled out. So is that like a Mariah Carey variant?
Yes, it is.
I'm never gonna let that go. Never gonna give it up either. Y'all just got me quoted. Anyway, the help is on the way. Yeah, medical armor and the medical therapy in the background. So cool. Anyone here doing medical stuff?
I do.
I used to, but I kind of stopped caring when it became obvious that medical gameplay wasn't going to get looked at for, I don't know, sometime between now and my daughter graduating high school.
Here we
Is that
So-
college?
Yeah, I mean college. Yeah,
Oh, you mean college? Okay.
and she's only 12, so yeah, college gives them more time to actually get to it.
So
Oh,
I do it. I mean, I love my C8R Pisces, and I love doing it. It's rewarding helping people. While all the medical game mechanics that they've envisioned probably aren't in yet, it's still like you're going out to help somebody in need. Like if the beacons work, that's been the problem. Like lately, is that beacons mission or service beacons have been on and off type thing. So, but if I see an alert and it's not far from me, I will get into my C8R if I'm not already in it and go and get somebody.
are the beacons malfunctioning since yesterday or before yesterday? Because we had a patch yesterday.
I don't know because I haven't been in.
Okay, so
today.
before yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, it's on and off thing. I mean, they work for a while and something breaks and but yeah, I saw that a few weeks ago they were working. I answered one.
Okay. All right. Again,
When I
that
was-
is. Go ahead.
When I was doing it, it was probably the most fun because you don't know what you're going into, obviously, and having been medical in the real world and a military environment, it kind of brought back some memories of feeling like you're doing good stuff when you go and you rescue somebody and they thank you for not having to go back and put all their spare gear on and come get their body and everything else because you save them and you take care of them and stuff. So I agree with Jade. It's really fun and rewarding. It's just that the medical gameplay in and of itself is incredibly basic. And again, as a former military trained medical professional, that level of like the gameplay that I want from this, because again, we're beam citizen. I got tired of just the meta pins and point laser gun at person to heal them. I want more, and I don't want to hear the typical crap about how it's gonna come or it's whatever. I know all that. I don't need to be told it. I've been here for 12 years. I don't need to hear it for the 1,000th time. I'm
Well,
just personally saying that
I'm going to be the
I'd like
first
a little
person
more.
to ask whether or not you're looking forward to being able to operate people and operate on people and seeing people.
I mean, I wanted stuff like. Sorry, go ahead.
And seeing the nose turn red when you messed up.
No. No, but I wanted stuff like maybe having to like we have seen a lot of assets and props for like medical kits and medical bandages and stuff like that, and I was looking forward to actually like having to diagnose things and figure things out and have some skill to it and like maybe have to remove armor, to take care of people. But once they made all tiers of medbed respawn people, and once they made it just, press gun to self, push, get healed, there is no medical gameplay in my opinion. There is none. I just carry a med gun with me, and I have a NERSA in my spaceship, or I fly a ship with a med bed, and I have nothing to worry about, nothing to be concerned about, which is why like there's no challenge, there's no risk. There's you fly a ship with a tier 3 med bed and you're fine. It's just
Okay.
it's asinine to me, and I'm tired of people defending it.
Okay, I'm gonna defend it. I'm gonna defend it real quick. So I always say when you want to know where the gameplay is headed, look to the lore, right? And so there's a company called Cure Life, right? And you look at what the products that they make are. So we have the bandages and all that, but those are props. We don't that's not necessarily going to be something that we're going to do where we're bandaging somebody up. I'm sure you want it and other people want it, but it also doesn't make sense when you've got the med gun, like you said, or med pins. So why would you have both of those things as far as gameplay?
They
And
should remove the med pins.
I would love to give him a bottle, but I think we spent too much time on this, so we should move on.
Yeah.
We do have quite a bit to get through. But yeah, that is the sneak peek from last week. Help is on the way, and I think CIG should look into getting people to know to light up when people mess up. That's just my opinion. We'll see. Anyway, up next we have Touches in Live from last week. It's called Q&A StarEngine. Anybody had a chance to watch this last week?
Mm-hmm.
What did you think?
Good stuff. Always love
Yeah.
the technical side. Always love the technical side. Obviously,
Anybody-
stuff that we're not going to see anytime soon, but it's good. It's good stuff.
I like that they confirmed that planets will be orbiting again, because they haven't talked about that in years, and it's always nice when they reconfirm something they've said previously.
Yeah, what I recall is that they said that they want the planets to orbit, but it's anything with NPCs or stuff like that. They haven't figured out how to figure out the math for NPCs yet, right?
No, that's not the issue. I don't know if that was an issue before, but that's not the issue at all.
Well,
That was one of the issues I thought I heard.
Well, they have stated that planets can rotate, they can orbit. They just have it turned off right now.
Yep.
And I think
Right.
there are navigational concerns, which they have mentioned. There are navigational concerns, but the thing about planets, the thing that I enjoyed the most was someone asked them if planets were ever going to get bigger, because of the rise in POI count, and they discussed that they've thought about it, they've talked about it. Obviously, they don't really want to go to a 1-to-1 scale like all the planets in Elite are 1-to-1. But they've talked about maybe like a 2.5 sort of scaling where it's like instead of it being 1/8 or 1/6, it's more like 1/3. So the planets would get a little bit bigger, but then they talked about like speed limitations and gameplay limitations and transit and stuff like that. Because I think, with what we've seen with Genesis and we've seen with planetary tech, they could afford to maybe double the current size of planets, and that wouldn't be 1-to-1 scale, or increase it by 20% or 30%. And because they even talked during this, one of the things they talked about, which I liked, was even them as planetary artists were a little sad that their mountains aren't as tall as they would like them to be. They're not as like the features on the planet at this scale are not as impressive. Or, I mean, they are, but they're not as impressive to them as they would like them to be. And I think that's it shows that even they're looking at it like maybe the planets are a little bit too small right now. Maybe, from their own admitted perspective at CIG, they're even thinking about, okay, maybe we should look at that at some point in the future.
And
They
crazy.
look I was gonna say they do look cartoony when you look at the clouds.
Yeah, they do.
Because you've got 1-to-1 scale clouds on these tiny planets, right?
Yeah.
So I honestly think for them to look good, you'd have to almost go to like half scale. And
Yeah, I think that's cool.
half scale I think that's a good trade-off between the two.
And it's funny because a lot of these moons or planets, as we have them now, is like more than the entire game area of some modern MMOs out there right now. So yeah,
but they're not in
crazy.
Space.
Yeah,
But they're not in space.
Microtech by itself is more than the landmass of the entirety of World of Warcraft.
Right.
So, as an example, right? Like all of Azeroth, as it stands on live retail today, can fit on Microtech with plenty of space.
And yet, Elite Dangerous has way more space than Star Citizen. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
Well,
empty space.
let's not pat ourselves on the back too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not patting myself at all. I'm not a developer. I'm just a backer.
Though remember, Jade, the thing about Elite is wide as an ocean, deep as a puddle, because those planets are all barren, empty, lifeless rocks with no variation outside. This one's brown and this one's yellow, compared to like going to Magda to see the blue crystalline fields and the mountains and stuff. Like even
Yeah.
barren, rocky, lifeless moons in Star Citizen are 1,000 times more beautiful and attractive to go explore than anything Elite has at 1-to-1 scale and billions of
and
random gray balls.
Yeah, it just
soon we're
shows
getting.
it shows how much CIG cares about, on foot exploration and on
Yeah.
foot stuff. Whereas with Elite, it was an afterthought.
And soon we're getting Valor cars too, so that's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
So,
I can't
Emma
wait to explore
Kustagi,
K.
50 Face Pops. Y'all have any thoughts?
Yeah, I looked at the thing what they talked about from the audio. I'm curious to see how their interpretation of a sonic boom will be.
Yep.
And how the way that will translate in the verse, because obviously, I mean, they've shown us, how the way explosions will sound at several distances away from the point of origin, which is pretty cool.
Do you think it'll be different from what they demoed already?
Well, they haven't demoed. I don't think they demoed the sonic boom.
No, okay,
They
you're talking
didn't
about
demo
Sonic Boom
Sonic Booms, but
specifically.
they
they did.
demoed speed of sound during SitCon.
Yeah, I mean, it's that part is pretty cool. The Doppler effect and everything. But I'm just talking about, as far as the sound effect of the sonic boom, and then the different I guess you say filters, as we would call it, how they would apply it to each range that the perspective that your player is at.
Probably the same way they're doing it with, report from ballistic weapons and with what we saw with explosions, where, the farther away the explosion is, the longer it takes the shockwave to reach you and the more muffled and more distant. And they specifically went over about how, systemic all this is. And, to everyone that told me that sonic speed of sound in Star Citizen would never be possible, you were wrong and I was right.
Yeah, one of the things that I think about whenever people bring up sonic booms is, like, if you are they wanting it for them being out there and some ship passes and they hear the sonic boom? Because if you're in the ship, you're not going to hear a sonic boom. If you're a pilot in a plane going supersonic, you're not hearing a boom. So I hope people don't expect that. The other thing is, for all the people that would be distributed in the area where that sonic boom would be heard, they'd have to calculate for each of those persons where they are what sound they hear, right? So I think there's probably some challenges. It's something they want to do. I think they said before they want to do it though.
Well, I mean, it's no different from all the calculations they're going to do for all the other stuff, right? Like if an A2 drops a Moab and you're 100 meters away and I'm 200 meters away and somebody's 300 meters away, they're going to have to calculate that for all three of us. But it's systemic. That's the joy of building it as a systems-based approach.
No, that would
here's the
be on
problem,
a
though.
server or the client. That'd be on a server, right?
You can offload a lot of that to client calculation.
Now here's the thing, though, because now is the filter that is applied to the sound at each level. Because you can do it at 200 and you can do it at 300, 500 or so, but is the filter going to be real time?
Well, it's not actually like a filter per se. Like the way they're doing it is they're actually also delaying the sound on purpose. They're using delay ranges and things like that. So like they can calculate distance and say, the sound of the explosion itself is delayed so many seconds at such and such a distance. And that's something that, because it's a systems-based approach, it's like building a physics-based engine. You don't have to tell it, do this thing and this way at this time for X, Y, and Z. You just simply put the rules into the system and let it do
Right.
what you
That's-
programmed it to do.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
good example is when you're in a place that has little or no atmosphere. Your footfalls and things like that sound muffled because there's no atmosphere. They're not gonna be crisp. So that's a system they made way back in, I think, 2.6 or maybe
Roughly.
even before then. Yeah. So they're setting up those systems, and I think it was Audius was the thing that they were calling it. So
Claudius.
yeah,
Claudia.
Claudius. Yeah. So that I think Fist that's something that will follow, is that they'll already have those rules set up so that the cutoff filter will know where you are, and you'll hear it and experience it as it should sound.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I get
But,
that. The only thing is, I want to say this real quick though, is that the problem I kind of see is this, okay? Because if you have a filter at a certain range, right? And I hear this with a lot of games. If your range is at 200, right? Let's say I go to 199. Does that filter now jump?
think
It
you-
should
what I'm saying?
it shouldn't, because the only way that it would jump is if they're using samples of
Well, that's
like
what I'm
pre-rendered
talking
sample.
about.
Yeah, that's not the
what I'm talking
CIG
about.
way for stuff like that. I don't think they would do it that way, just
So then-
because. Yeah,
So then
go
what
ahead.
that's what I'm saying. I apologize, but that's what I'm saying. So then your filter has to then calculate at a real time situation.
Yep.
And
what
we
I'm
do
saying?
have
Well,
to move on.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
We do have
That's
to
a good.
move on.
That's
Yeah.
good though. Thanks for bringing that
Yeah.
up.
But that is Star Citizen Live Q&A StarEngine from last week. I just want to remind people there is no Star Citizen Live tomorrow. They're doing a IAE video. There's no ISC today also, because they're doing IAE video tomorrow. So just letting y'all know, no LSC, no SCL tomorrow, no ISC today. So, but if you want a cool little summary, you can go to Nubifier and get his Q&A about the Genesis in 3 minutes. So check them out too. All right. Next we have, this week in Star Citizen, and that's a cool pick. Why didn't they pick your picture, Jade?
Probably because I didn't post it. I didn't post it on Spectrum. I didn't post it anywhere. I posted in Soul Citizens.
Posted
but
in Discord. That's about it.
yeah. So it's good. I'm happy for Leopardum. That's a great
Leopardum.
picture and a great angle too. Yeah.
Yep. And so this week is Star Citizen. Let's get on what's going on this week. Monday we have the manufacturer schedule. We'll get to that in a bit. Tuesday we have the save Stanton Phase 3. They delayed that for a little bit, but it's going on now as far as I can tell. Friday they had, Thursday, no IST. Friday we had IAE 2954 Day 1, kicking off with Crusader Intrepid Q&A. And they have the premiere of the IAE show. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be like a every other day thing or just a one time, but hopefully they'll let us know. Featuring deep dive, conversation, manufacturing moment, and you won't want to miss it. Keep an eye out on the RSI weekly newsletter too. Saturday is day 2 at IAE 2954. Excuse me. Then coming up on Sunday is day 3. But there it is, IAE episode 2. So it is going to be a every other day thing. So instead of ISC today, they're giving us IAE videos every other day.
They didn't address the question everybody has.
What was the question?
Will Molly be back?
Oh, so I guess we'll find out. They typically don't address Jax or Molly or stuff like that. They wanted to be a surprise, but we'll find out. Heads up, they decided to hold the 324.3 release, including a fix for docking, so they did that, but it's out, came out yesterday, so yeah. So again, got the IAE schedule, save Stanton Phase 3, IAE Day 1, Day 2, Day 3, and Episode 1 and 2 of the IAE show. So check those out when they come out. We'll probably cover those when they next week on Soul Talk. Then we got the top.
I would actually guarantee that Jax is coming back, because if you remember, an EMP or a radiation burst in Pyro hit his Corsair, so that's where we're left off, and we got 4.0 coming up. So that's where I kind of see us taking off.
Okay, so we got the top images for this week, and I just want to remind people to come on in if you want to chat, talk with us about what's going on this week in Star Citizen. But this one is from Monster X Gear. Pyro Takes My Breath Away, and that looks super saturated. I like it, but it looks saturated. I like the colors in it. What do
That's the
people think?
moss.
What?
I said that's the yellow moss on Bloom Pyro 3. Yeah, this is a great photo. This is a great picture, and it also illustrates what I was talking about with the planet scale, because like you can see the curvature of the planet, and then you look at the clouds, and they don't sort of make sense.
Yeah, the clouds
to
look
it.
too big.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, you're right. It does look saturated, but whatever it takes to make it pop. I wish things looked a bit more saturated in the game and not as washed out. I'm sure other people, are of the same opinion. But too much saturation looks, kind of arcadey. So.
And thank you for reminding me, Devious. We do have a bar citizen. I mean, let me not bypass, but check out an audible real quick and get the bar citizen thing out real quick. I'll just grab the link and put it in chat for people. But you go there and then get the QR code, or you can just go to the registry link and put that in. And there's a bar citizen on November 30th. Early session from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and the late session is from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. So almost a full day. You can stay for 1 or 2 sessions or come and go as you please. But yeah, that's the bar citizen. We'll talk more about that at the end of the episode. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot about that. Anyway, so back to the top images. Now that is number 1. Then this is number 2. This is Captain Wazo, the Burning Stanton. I was thinking about the Burning Man for some reason, but yeah, evidently it's Burning Stanton. What do people think?
Looks cool, man. Looks cool.
Well,
I like the VDBs.
We really should say hot.
Yeah, you're right. I like the VDBs that they're using.
Yeah, would not want to be in front of that fire in a ship or otherwise.
Yeah, this looks really good. Looks really good.
Okay, and then we got Smoke Helmet, Steamship Pike Pico. People may not recognize. Who gets this reference?
Looks like a Steamboat Willie reference to me.
Thank you. Someone else is old here. Thank you.
All right, you gotta explain what's Steamboat Willie.
You gotta do the whistle.
Original Mickey Mouse.
Yeah,
Original Mickey Mouse from like
1935 or something like
1930s, 1940s, something like that. So yeah.
Oh wait, Mickey Mouse's name was Willie?
Before it was Mickey Mouse.
It was Steamboat Willie. Yeah, I don't know the actual history about it, but it probably went in Wikipedia somewhere. But it's called Steamboat Willie. But then he became Mickey. All right, so yeah, that's a good callback from Smoke Helmet. Enjoy that. And then this is Levon, called Adrift. Now the clouds in that look pretty good.
That's haze.
I was gonna say that's probably not cloud. That's just haze. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, as I was asked, what are people's favorite between 1, 2, 3, and 4?
You know what?
I'm gonna go with 1. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 1 too.
I'll go with 2 since got some good VDBs in there.
2 and Pops.
Well, I did like 1, so I'll stick with 1.
And Kusanagi?
I actually like number 2. It's really good fire effect and good lighting there.
Oh, no one for 3 and 4. So I picked number 4.
My runner-up was 3, but I won't 2.
Oh,
it's just so hard. It's just so hard to like pick Stanton stuff anymore because we've seen Stanton for years, and it's like How much new interesting shots are you going to get in Stanton that you've not seen before?
It's kind of like the way I feel about Nyx, because it's like I've been here so many times and loved me. I can't
But
wait
you
to get
weren't-
off this boring location. I
But-
feel you, Jade. I feel you.
No, but you weren't in Nyx. You were just at Levski. You were at Delamar, but you weren't in the entire Nyx system. So there's still going to be lots of new things to experience.
Okay.
Even Delamar, it's an asteroid. That's new.
Alright, so then we have our MVP, Power 4 from Nameless. Nameless has captured some stunning footage of what the community calls the most beautiful planet in Pyro. Sit back and enjoy the time-lapse and breathtaking view of Pyro 4. Check it out, head over to Community Hub, so congratulations for becoming MVP. As a matter of fact, you're going to click on that and go to the Community Hub and watch the video there. Pyro 4, Dynamic Cloud Time-Lapse 4.0 ETF. So check that out from Nameless. Again, congratulations for being MVP. And I did get a chance to watch this, and I will say, if you're trying to fall asleep, and not in a bad way, I'm saying if you want to fall asleep, this is a good video to fall asleep to.
Yeah,
I would
it's
name
really
it something
nice.
different because dynamic is a little bit of a misnomer here. Because what's actually happening is the clouds are moving, but they're not dynamic yet. They're not like changing form and stuff.
All right. So like we have, oh yes, oh boy. So this came out yesterday. Star Citizen 4.0 database wipe. We knew this was coming, folks. I don't know why people are up in arms. Or I know why people are up in arms, but we knew this was coming. Greetings, everyone. With Alpha 4.0, they'll be resetting the 3 pillars of long-term persistent reputation, wallet, AUC, and items. This is essential to support major updates coming to the end of this milestone and help them to push for a stable, balanced gameplay experience on live release. So it's talking about reputation, economy, and additionally introducing the new system Pyro require a fresh item database to ensure every player experiences the new update smoothly. So,
Boo!
but you don't like it?
It kills my store. I gotta refuse customers now because I'm like, I can't sell you this with a good conscience, knowing you're not gonna have it. You know, it could be weeks from now when they drop Pirate Alive. So, yeah, I gotta go and get all those items again in 4.0. And yeah,
Oh, no, you
it's.
got to play the game.
Well, I mean, I do play the game, but I guess the point is this: some of the items that I have to get are things that should be in shops in the game. So, like, if I were playing the game normally, I wouldn't be able to get those items to sell people anyway, right? And the other thing about this is, you know, we had many different wipes that didn't involve an item wipe. And so I see why people were, you know, some people were upset because, you know, we've had wipes where it's just reputation and money. So, yeah, that's all.
And DJ Psychosis gives a friendly reminder to dump their unwanted AUC onto the less fortunate like them. I'm gonna say, and don't buy AUC, especially now, or if ever. You know, don't buy AUC since the wipe is coming. So yeah.
Psychosis, I'll send you 1 million. I've got like, I don't know, 75 million. So I'm gonna probably just start giving it away.
But you had like $200 million on you.
I did, but then I bought some ships and stuff just because
You spent it.
Hard to swallow pills. This needs to happen. It needs to
Yeah.
happen. So,
Yeah, I
yeah,
agree.
definitely.
I agree. I may not like it, but it does need to happen for the health of the game.
Right. And there are a couple of more tabs, a couple of more posts from this thread. Talk about they fall under items. Yeah, ship bought with in-game currency will be white, but ship bought with, you know, real world currency you'll keep in your hand. One more. If you still have a CDF FHC certification pass, the gold license from over the past year, past year? Yeah, over the past year. In the inventory, you may want to redeem it at the rental kiosk. Doing so will ensure it's properly registered to your RSI account, securing a legendary F8 Lightning for a potential future acquisition, if you haven't done so already, because it'll be gone by the time the wipe happens, and you won't be able to, redeem it then. I'm able to have a different ticket, so it'll be something different. It won't be the one that they've been doing for the past year. So redeem it soon if you still have one in your your hangar or whatever. Okay. All right then. Up next we have a Save Stanton. So this is an update. They said that Christopher Smith said that hey, just a quick update. This is from a couple of days ago. They decided to hold back on the 324 live release to include a live to include a fix for a docking issue affecting Polaris and the whole sea. So the phase 3 didn't kick in on Tuesday like it was supposed to, but it has kicked in yesterday, I believe, because the new patch came out. And speaking of different phases, this is phase 1, Chaos and Space Lane. Unknown criminal outfit continued to show unrest and expansion system. Then phase 2, that violent crime continued to plague the Stanton. Every local security detail has identified perpetrators in the recent rounds of attack, and again called themselves the I'm very happy to be here! Cadet, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the show. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. And then that is phase 2. And then phase 3 is space battles causes local delay. So report stolen interest corvette along with small cadre of ship has spotted causing mayhem in several locations, causing impromptu space battles and major disruption as local security forces and civilian militia alike rush to combat the menace. So yeah. And remember, when you complete all the phases, you get not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 different weapons. You get 2 size 2 power lasers repeaters and 2 size 3 power lasers repeaters. So check those out. Anyone been participating?
Mm-mm.
No? I'm thinking about it, but I'm not sure when.
I haven't. I have no interest in those repeaters. I think they're just like rebranded attritions, right? So.
Yes, but these are rusty attritions, and you can have rusty attritions.
Why do I want rusty stuff?
They kind of stain your hands when you touch them.
See, to me, okay, this is a problem, right? I'm gonna go off for a second. So all this time we've been talking about like item wear and tear and things like that. Well, things should just naturally become rusty over time, right? Like this shouldn't be a selling point. Ooh, you do this mission and you get a rusty gun. Like, what?
Here's my question. How does something rust in space?
It doesn't rust in space, but it does rust. You don't spend all your time in space, right?
Some
you
people
go
might.
to planets.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
I look at the gun and I get it. It's from a person. I guess if you like the antique patina type of feel, kind of reminds me of those folks who like the antique road show.
Basically, anyone who has a great ship, this would go nicely with it.
I get it, because like when I get it sometimes, you want that feel of it. I get it, It's not my cup of tea, but I get it.
Oops, I didn't mean to click on that, but okay, get rid of that.
I like the Antiques Roadshow, and let's be honest, I don't mind an antique, but I don't want it looking like crap. And those look like they need like 10 hours worth of work.
Hey, you know what they say? Another person's crap is another person's treasure.
Still have to dig into it to find a diamond.
But you know what? It may not necessarily be rusted. Like I said again, it just could be patina. It could work perfectly well.
All right, but yeah, that is the Save Stanton thing. Speaking of this, the live, StarEngine and Alpha 324.3 went live yesterday, and it gave us a patch note. Items not saved to long-term persistence, including hangar decoration customization, those reset. med pins, ammo, ongoing rentals, and final jobs and customer characterization. Make sure you to export your custom character. So Spectrum is a bridge. We get to in a bit. But yeah, gameplay, star map mission, objective panel update. Shifting vehicles, a whole lot of that. So yeah, they basically give you a preview of IAE almost, just for a bit. Got the Anvil Champion, or that's the Palace, okay. But the Starlancer Mac and the R-Type Polaris are the two other ships. And along, you know, however more they decide to give us displayed this year. Cortec. Oh yeah, the graphic settings update, borderless and DLS minimum resolution options. They updated that. We've been talking about that for the past month or so, if that. And they fixed a few technical and bug fixes. Fixed 6 client crashes. Fixed 12 server crashes. Fixed 3 server deadlocks. Fixed 1 hybrid crash. Made several audio performance optimizations and made several out-of-memory server improvements. So yeah. 3.23.4 is out if you haven't updated. I think I have a couple more. Oh yeah, this is the the common version of the patch though, basically. It says the same thing, but it's more it's a bit prettier. I guess you could say that, but you know, yeah. Has anyone been in the live server since yesterday? Or sent the patch?
I did to put some things in my hangar, but that's it.
And it seems to be okay so far?
Yeah, it's okay so far.
Alright, well, we'll see how it goes for the free fly and IAE. Hope stuff won't break. I just jinxed it. Anyway, moving on. That is D24.3. We do have a couple free known issues. I don't think this is updated too much since 3.24.2. Yeah, this will have quite a few issues, but if you have an issue, take a look at that page. Maybe you'll be able to resolve it or find a workaround. And the prisoner says phase 3 is bugged too. Oh, okay, so it's still bugged? That's unfortunate. Alright. Oh yeah, this loner ship matrix. This came out yesterday. As far as I can tell, the difference is not, well, we talked about it before, but they have the Starlancer attack is a Starlancer Max is the loaner for the Starlancer attack. Got the Polaris. Oh, they updated the Polaris to you have the Idris MP, you get the Polaris as well as the other ship. You have a Javelin, you get the Polaris as well as the other ship. You have a Kraken and Privateer, you get the Polaris as well as those other ship. You have a Nautilus, you get the Polaris with the Avenger Titan. You have the Perseus, you get the Polaris with the Vanguard Harbinger. And if you have a Polaris, you get a Super Hornet. So I wonder if you get a Super Hornet if you get a loner too. Probably not.
Can you scroll up?
To
all
where?
the way up to A. Further up to A. Okay, I wanted to see I wanted to see if the yeah, never mind. Okay, it's not there, so never mind.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, this is a handy page to keep bookmarked because you never know, you get a new concept ship, what ship it will be your loaner. So yeah, I think that's a good link. Website issues just updated a couple of days ago. I don't know different, but you know, they give basic pointers about your browsers and internet. Most of the time, just check the RSI status page. That's all I gotta say. The RSI status page, just to make sure everything is working on their end. Subscription fact is updated a couple days ago again. I'm not sure what changed, but yeah, these have changed. Okay, what we've all been waiting for, IAE 2954, 14 hours, 30 minutes ago. That was an hour and 20 minutes ago, basically, when I updated. So it's more like 13 and 10. I had to reload. Waiting for it to load. There you go, 13.9. Cool. So yeah, this came out earlier on Monday. Just over 150 steps. I'm wondering when they feel like they should be closer to 200 rather than 150, but I guess 150 is just a round number for them. check out new vehicles, pick up new vehicle, new special edition vehicle paints, in-game items, and new Polaris, see there. So they got the IAE schedule. You talk about it going on. But yeah, then we have a video that just came out this past week. I think this came out on Monday, but Star Citizen, what is IAE? So let's check this out real quick.
Welcome to IAE 2954, the biggest in-game spaceship convention in the Star Citizen universe. Every year, the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo invites players to explore the universe. You can dive in and play for free during the convention, whether you're into mining, hauling, bounty hunting, or something else entirely. Join the celebration. Check out the ships up close. Over 150 vehicles are free to fly during the convention, with a different ship manufacturer and lineup featured every day.
Oh yeah, that is the IAE new video that came out. And then you have the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2954 free fly, and this gives you the free fly and manufacturer schedule. This is what I wanted to. Oops, what happened here? Oh, I clicked something by accident.
Before you go to that, I just wanted to address that video real quick. Did you notice anything different about it?
What's different about
compared to past IAEs? They were explaining what IAE is. This is aimed at people who are fairly recent or new to the game. It's not aimed at us, because we all know what IAE is. So that means they must have metrics that there's a lot of new people.
Yeah, typically they get like 3 to 5,000 more players per day in free fly. So that's a lot of new people coming in, making a new account.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the people that would see this the people that see this wouldn't be the people that are going to the free fly, right? These would be people before the free fly that they're aiming this to.
Yeah.
People that don't know anything about the IAE or anything.
Yeah. I don't think we're disagreeing, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oops. That doesn't look right. Okay. So yeah, you got the schedule again. So Crusader and Tumble on the first day. And remember, folks, these are all the ships that you can rent, not the ships that are, you won't see the Intrepid or anything like that on here. Because, you do see the Intrepid. But I mean, you don't see concept ships, put it that way, because you can't rent those. But you do see the Intrepid right there at the top. A1 and C1. The M2 also. But you don't see the E1, for example, because the E1 is not available yet. And then you got the tumble system and so on and so forth for each of the manufacturers. So this gives you a good idea of what to expect. And I'm going to go through these one by one and just count, because I'm pretty sure they're close to 200 by now. They have to be. So yeah, what days are people looking forward to? I know we talked about this before, but has anyone changed their mind about what day they're looking forward to?
No, not really. I'm looking forward to all of them, but just to see what they come out with.
Yeah, I don't think one stands out more than another.
Yeah. Do y'all
I want to be surprised. I want to be surprised.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask, do you intend to visit the showroom floor every day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Jade?
I will not be visiting the showroom floor every day because I've seen all these ships. I want to be surprised by something. I'll go to it, but I want to be surprised. I want them to unveil something that, I don't know, this is surprising, that we don't know about, that hasn't been leaked or, isn't something in the game right now.
Now, this is the skin for this year, and I don't know about y'all, I'm not that impressed with the looks of it.
What? You're a Prince fan. How can you not be impressed by that? I love it.
It looks like to me, and just maybe my old eyes, I'm not sure what it is. It just looks like they put a purple shade or some kind of filter on top of the ship and just decided, yeah, this is it. Maybe when you get closer, they look better. Well, maybe it's just the details are not popping out to me in this.
That's what they do That's what they do every year.
So, I
If you
mean,
look at the red ones, the blue ones, it's the same thing. It's just people, I don't know, people hate on purple like they hate on pink. I don't know why, but they do.
Purple is my favorite color in the whole wide world, and this is fucking gross and tacky, and I hate it.
What's gross about it, Rain? Tell me, I hear people say, "Ooh, I hate it." Why do you hate it?
I don't have to tell you why. I'm allowed to just, like, I hate it. Though I will probably put that paint on my C1, though. I mean, I might do. But, like...
It's
because
funny?
It's one shade of purple.
I agree with you on that. They should have had. It's not just that it's one shade of purple. It's that there needs to be more that they do with it.
Yeah.
But nobody said that about the monochrome red or monochrome blue that we got in past years. Like
red is my favorite color, and I just like red. It's not.
Yeah, but it's just
purple.
red.
It just on this shot right here, particularly.
Don't like purple. That's what it mostly is. And then
I love
there's
purple,
the whole thing of
I don't like it.
People say I hate it, and everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon. Like, oh, I hate it too.
No,
you know,
I saw
that's
this,
what
and
it
I'm
is.
like, ew.
That's what it is. Remember 2949? We had magenta paints. And everybody hated them. Oh, they were calling it pink. It's magenta, right? Oh, I hate it. Now, whenever I roll out my Hammerhead that's got that paint or my Reclaimer, people are like, ooh, where'd you get that? So I'm just saying, years from now, people will look at these and be like, ooh, where'd that come from?
I'm just saying, this shot right here don't make the colors look flattering. That maybe just an in-game it'll look better. I hope it'll look better in in-game.
Yeah.
But best in show, this is December 1st, day 10. The ship showdown contest revealed the favorite ship. After 10th battle, Envil F8C Lightning took home the title, with the C1, Terrapin, and Reclaimer finishing close behind. To celebrate the final 4 ships, the best in show day will let you test flight each finalist. Furthermore, those of you who have one or more of the 4 ships made it in the German final will get a free limited edition livery. We'll talk more about that in a bit. Additionally, previously all available fly ships will be available to test fly via the rental kiosk in the Tobin Expo Center. And day 10 finale, day 11 to 14, December 2nd to the 5th, all previously flyable ships will be available to test fly, what we just said.
If you get the new Terrapin, do you get the skin or just the
I think it's I want to say it's the old Terrapin. I don't think the new Terrapin will be available. Count.
Just was wondering.
Close that because I did that one by accident. And then we got a IAE 2954 fax. So check this out if you want more details. I'm going to scroll down talk about what is IAE, when is it taking place, what time does it start, when does free flight start. That's November 22nd. They don't have a game package. How do you travel to Microtech for the event? They have for the duration of IAE, every account have access to a great cutter ship. Okay, that's nice of them. And after getting started, head to the nearest A shop to retrieve it and access it. They say where does it take place, where do you have to go, they describe that, and how do you get to the Tobin system, they have a map there. How do you rent a ship? It's after how to rent a ship, how long does the ship last, it's rented, it's 48 hours. How many ships can be rented? You can rent every flyable ship or drivable vehicle exhibited at IAE. Each ship or vehicle can be rented once. Which ship will be free during the different manufacturer days? Check out the actual IAE schedule. I think we just discussed that. Do you need to have a copy of Star Citizen? No. Can you invite a friend? Yes. Will be Spectrum badge collected this year. Here you go, Jay. This is why you should visit every day. Anyone who visits the Expo Hall on 5 separate days throughout the event will receive an IAE 2954 Spectrum badge to commemorate this year's event. There you go, Jay.
I can't wait for that. That's like an amazing. Yeah.
I never changed my Spectrum badge because I got the best one.
What, MVP?
Yeah, MVP. So I'm not gonna change it.
Which ship to get the best in show paint that we just discussed that the FAC, the C1, and the Terrapin and the Reclaimer. We get those. We discussed. We'll get to come. Well, let me talk about that right now, real quick. If you have one of these ships, you'll receive an IAE exclusive paint and extra item on the last day of the event at no cost. To be eligible to receive the paint, the ship must be in your web hangar. Having them in your buyback list won't grant you access to the paint. So if you have something in your hangar, you'll get it. If you have it in your buyback, you won't get it. Everyone pledging for the ship and best in show during IAE will receive the ship and the paint and items too. They'll be part of the standalone pack basically. You get the ship and the best in show paint. But you know, if you want to buy an extra one, you'll have 2 paint. Otherwise, you just get one if you have one in your hangar when the time runs around. So they say the best in show ships will be available to fly between December 1st and the 5th. Will there be a best in show ship pack with the Invo FAC Lightning? Yes. There'll be 2 best in ship pack this year. One including the FAC Lightning and one not including the FAC Lightning, because those of us who have a FAC Lightning either in a buyback or a hangar are not eligible to have another one. So yeah.
If anybody needs a golden ticket, let me know. Just DM me on Discord or say something in chat because I have a couple.
Jay, this is on YouTube. You're gonna be getting DMs for like 2 years from now.
Okay. Sorry.
That's how you know. Just be prepared. How can you pledge for a standalone for a ship showdown 25 FAC Lightning? If you have a previous gold license in the verse, turn it in the in-game rental kiosk, your account will be eligible to pledge for the FAC Lightning. Please note the FAC Lightning is still limited to 1 per account. If you previously pledged for one, you'll not be able to acquire a second. Now, my question is, if you never got one, can you get the pack with the FAC Lightning in it? Probably you can. I think so. I think that's what they're saying. They previously pledged for FAC Lightning with 6 bunch of shirts, but I typically come with 10 years, so can you upgrade? Yes, anyone who currently owns an FAC Lightning with 6 bunch of shirts will be upgraded to see the free upgrade option with 120 months insurance on the IAE page on annual day. If you can't see this, upgrade options don't fit. Some people have already been automatically upgraded to extended insurance. Because I had a 6 months insurance, they upgraded me to 120 months, that's 10 years. They have the FAC Lightning Gold and license and their inventory, but they haven't decided whether or not to pledge, but I'll be able to in the future. Good question. Sometimes certain ships really don't fit the current lineup of your gameplay style. There may be opportunities to secure FAC Lightning in the future, but we'd like to remind you that the account needs to be badged and to be eligible for any future FAC Lightning offered. This is done by bringing the gold license to the in-game rental kiosk. So again, you want to turn that in if you have one. Please note that due to the launch of the due to the Alpha 4.0 reset and inventory, there will be inventory-wide. While we're considering bringing back events for players to obtain the gold license in the future, there's no immediate plans at this time. If the gold license is still in your inventory, you recommend redeeming it at the kiosk, or if you haven't already done so. So yeah. Any thoughts before we go on?
I was gonna say, if people already have an F8 and you have some of those gold tickets, ask around, find people who need them. Because I don't know, I've heard people are having a hard time finding them. I don't know how true that is, But help your fellow citizens out. That's all.
That's because it's a limited ship and was sold as a limited ship, and those people can go put their head in the ground. They don't get one. So there.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, it'll be Warbond Daily Deal. This was important to me. Yes. Check back each day throughout the expo to see what's available. Each Warbond Daily Deal will run for 24 hours only. This year's final finale, December 2nd, will include a refresh with new Warbond offers that will feature only at this time for select manufacturers, replacing the prior Daily Deal one. So, what I'm hearing is that each day there will be a different Warbond Daily Deal, but they're refreshed on December 2nd. Is that what I'm? Am I misunderstanding this? Or is that what people seeing also? But sometimes what they do is during the expo, they have different Warbond deals. Then on the finale, they have other Warbond deals.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I would agree with that.
But this time it seems like that we're gonna have the same one refreshing.
Well, it says each Warbond Daily Deal will run for 24 hours only, so you'll get a new one, but then the finale might get you new one for every manufacturer. I don't know, because they get to sell you more crap.
It's predatory FOMO shit that I'm really tired of, but it's IAE.
But Rain, you could be missing out.
Exactly.
Wow, that's a joke worthy of me. I'm more Christian again. I applaud you. I like that one. Will there be stock limited quantity stock limited ships? Yes. Each stock limited ship is available per account and will be available on Warbond or in store credit release in 3 waves to cover as many global time zones as possible. Wave 1 is 600 UTC, Wave 2 is midnight UTC, Wave 3 is 8 a.m. UTC. So then you have every day except for day 1, day 4, and day 9 and 10. You have quantity limited ship. So day 2 you get the Idris and Javelin. Day 3 you get the Hull E. I don't recall the Hull E being stock limited before, but maybe I just misremembering. Day 5 you get the Phoenix, that's always quantity limited. Day 6 you get the Pioneer. Folks, good luck.
Most important ship in the game now.
Good luck. You only have 3 chances. Yeah, 3 chances. And, real quick, before they took down the number of quantity ships that they had, like in 2016, they used to tell you how many ships were still available. Before, it used to be like 100 ships per wave. I don't know if it's still 100 ships or they changed it, but typically, if it's only 100, that's why it sells out so fast. What were you gonna say, Jade?
I was gonna say, get your F5 macros going.
F5 macro. No, you don't want to. You don't want to say. We don't encourage you to use the macros here, Jade.
There's only one way to buy that.
Yeah, by macro I mean you press the button with your finger.
Yeah, manually. That's it. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
So
one way to buy that chip.
Day 6. CIG. I hope you'll increase the quantity for the Phoenix, for the Pioneer, because a lot of people want that ship. I'm just hoping CIG you increase it.
The last time they sold the Kraken, that thing lasted a while.
Yeah, the Phoenix took a while too.
Here's what I would do if I were them. This is just because I'm thinking like a cold-hearted capitalist, right? I would limit. I would have a small amount of the Pioneers, like compared to the demand, but I would have infinite amounts of land claims.
Oh yeah, that's the
so
other thing
people that missed out on the Pioneer, they would go buy land claims.
So how many okay? I'm gonna ask chat and people in here. Chat, tell me a 1 if you think land claims will be available separately this year. Anyone here think the land claims will be available this year?
Well, we talked about it last night.
Yeah.
I wasn't here when you talked about it last night. We should talk about that now.
Well, we
Listen,
talked about it.
it's some possibilities in this.
So
Yeah, I would like to see it. I have a
I
big one.
would.
I got whatever this is. It the 8x8? I have the 8x8.
8x8 and 4x4.
Yeah, I have the 8x8. But if I knew, I mean, what everybody knows now, I've been like, oh, I need to buy more of these things. But do we know if I put a land claim down, right? What can I transfer that land claim, or is that dead? Like, it's just stuck there, and I can sell it.
I was wondering about that too.
But I can
Great
sell to somebody
question.
else or to an NPC or whatever.
I
but
think
can
I think you
transfer
can
that
move
or
them.
no?
I'm not sure. I thought you
will
could
tell
move
you
them.
this. I will say this though. When that time does come, when you put your land claim down, I know what prime real estate is going to be.
I hope if they do have land, I hope you can buy more than one. I hope they
Yeah,
don't give you
Ooh.
one
Well,
per-
yeah, but I mean,
you could before Pops when they
No,
had
you
them
could.
for
I
sale in
didn't. I
2017.
didn't know.
Yep.
I didn't buy one, so I didn't know.
Oh my god.
Oh boy,
yeah,
but yeah.
there's land taxes too. If you only need a land claim if you're using it on UEE space. You don't need a land claim if you're in like a place like Pyro. So this is only for like if UEE. But there's going to be taxes. Like if you could get a 4x4, but I have an 8x8, which means I have to pay more taxes just to have that piece of property. So it's going to be interesting to see where they go with it. But I would definitely buy some more property, some more land if they sold it to this week. Yeah.
See, I need these land claims because even though right now my shop is based in New Babbage, eventually when we get the shopping mechanics and stuff in the game, I want to be able to put it like in the places that people want to be. Like, Fastcart wants to live on Terra. Okay, I'll have a shop in Terra. Like, make it so convenient for people to buy from me. So I'm going to have land in each of these places. That's why I need the land claims.
You're gonna buy a land on a mountain that's peeking through the clouds, so you could actually have a clothing shop up there, and it'd be like the place among the clouds, something like that. Be like Cloud City or something like that.
The clothing
You saw the photo I posted then. Yeah.
But
Go
the
ahead.
clothing
I
would
didn't see
actually
that
have
yet.
to be good enough for me to want to buy it. And
Ooh, that's she's
And
digging the knife in right there.
this is a whole separate conversation.
Don't get me started, Rain.
yeah, I know.
Before when land
good
claims
fields in this game yet.
were purchasable, they were the 4x4 was $40 US dollars, and the 8x8 was $80 US dollars. I think if we're just speculating here, we don't know if it's going to be on sale this year or not. I think if they do go on sale, there's probably a price bump, maybe $5 or $10.
Maybe.
I remember the price being different.
What do you remember, Ben?
I remember that the 4x4 was $50 and the 8x8 was $100. So it was $10 more than what you say, but I'm not certain of that.
Oh well, I am 80% certain that I'm not 100%, but that's what I remember it being.
But your memory is also better. Well,
I mean, we can just Google it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can look it up on the Star Citizen Wiki.
I'm looking at it now, but they don't have the price of how much they sold for.
Okay.
His memory is better when we're talking about things that happened in 1985.
I was gonna say his memory is better when it comes to
Mine
ships.
Can come to ships. Yeah.
Everything else, not so much. But yeah.
But on November 28th, the quantity limited ships are the Kraken and the Kraken Privateer, and then on day 8, November 29th, the limited ship is the 890 Jump. 890 Jump can take a while to sell out.
I
The
think they're gonna sell
Privateer,
again though.
the Kraken Privateer and the Kraken and the Phoenix all take a while to sell out. They don't sell out immediately, as far as I
The
can remember.
890 with the PD turrets are gonna sell out, I think, pretty quick. Because these PD turrets, which people weren't, we didn't have these PD turrets last year, so I think that's might be something that CIG is thinking about, and maybe giving us an extra 50 ships per. I don't know.
So the prisoner agreed with Jade. So it's my mistake. Maybe I'm saying 40 and 80 because it's 4x4 and 8x8. So it's $50 and $100. So my mistake. But even then, I think if they do go on sale again, they'll probably get a price bump. We'll see. And I'm pretty sure the Pioneer's getting a price bump. Probably won't see the price until they set. But
I think your price bump is
May I ask how much is a
Well,
Pioneer right now?
It's supposed to be 850.
850. Yeah, it's going
Yeah.
to 9 at least. Going to 9.
and I would add
At least.
$25 to the land claims, not 10.
25.
because-
Ooh, I was gonna say
Yeah.
5 or 10, Jade. Ooh.
No, I'm gonna again. I'm thinking like a cold-hearted capitalist here. When they sold them the first time, for people that don't know,
Yeah,
we didn't even have planets or moons we could land
Yeah.
on.
right. So those
She's
people
adding
made
that
out like a
inflation on
bandit.
it. She's
Yeah.
adding
So,
appropriate inflation.
Yep.
okay, so let's take a quick commercial break. I'm gonna go over here and click on this. Then we'll continue on with the show.
So when they have a commercial break, can we talk about like Irish Spring soap and other bathroom products?
Ricola.
Now,
Okay,
is
the
the
break has
commercial
started.
on?
The break has started. I want to thank everybody for supporting us here at Soul Citizen. If you became a follower, became a subscriber, and you joined on YouTube or what have you, appreciate all y'all. Thank y'all for being here and chatting with us, and making the chat is lively. Hope y'all having fun. Thank you for supporting us on Patreon. Thank you for supporting us on iTunes and podcast platform. Appreciate y'all. So yeah, thank you everybody for supporting us. Appreciate it. And all the support that we generate, we give back to you. We gave away a Starlast attack last Sunday. So yeah, everything that you put into Soul Citizen, we put back into the community. So thank y'all again for that.
Question: will there be giveaways at the Bar Citizen?
Normally.
Let me check the 8-ball here real quick. Let me check it up.
Okay.
Sign points to yes, but I'm not sure about
Okay.
that. We'll see.
There you go then.
May I ask a question?
Yeah.
Can you gift land claims? Does anybody know? Or are they just?
I think
You
so.
can.
If you
should be
bought
able
it,
to,
if you
yeah.
bought it using
Yes,
cash,
you-
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah, so if anyone wanted to give me reparation, give me a great mule and a 4x4 land claim, I'll accept that.
Your 40 acres in a mule. All
There
right.
you go.
Too soon. Too soon.
All right then. So moving on. Yeah, the best in show distribution wave schedule. So Rip Citizen asked a question, Wayne Smith clarified. As with last year, the Best in Show rewards were distributed in 2 waves. The cutoff time for the first wave is December 1st, 4 p.m. UTC. The first distribution wave reward will be sent out starting December 2nd. For the second wave, they will perform another check at the conclusion of IAE to see if an account had the Best in Show chip that wasn't present during the first check on December 1st. Based on the second check, the remaining Best in Show rewards will be sent out IAE concluded. This process might take a little time. If you don't see it and you hang it right away, they're on their way. So what I've done in the past is that I like to play the CCUgame. I'll look at the CCUgame in a minute. But what I do is I buy all the CCUs that I want to get my final ship, but I stop at a Best in Show ship until I get the paint in my hanger. Then I apply the rest of the CCU. So that way I get the Best in Show paint and I add them along the way.
Are you going to do that this year?
Do that. Well, I mean, I don't. Yeah, there's not really not much in the way that I really want this year. Let me check something real quick. So yeah, maybe the C1, not the Terrapin. I had the F8. The F8 I'm definitely getting because that's in my hangar permanently. So between the C1 and the Reclaimer, well, maybe. I'm not sure.
I thought you didn't like this paint, so why would you do that?
But it's free, and if it's on the way anyway, may as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not getting it just to get. I'm not getting for the chip. I'm getting for the paint. It's limited, but yeah, we'll see. And I believe the skins are giftable, so you can gift them when you get them.
Just one more quick thing on the paints is that one of the things that I've noticed with them over the years is that they are subject to change after release. So you may not like how it looks right now, but it might look pretty cool later on. It's not a promise because I don't work for CIG, but I've seen that happen before.
We're gonna say Pops.
I think I just said cool or something like that.
Okay. All right.
I don't remember.
Okay. All right. So we got a couple more. This is the ship showdown winner. So I just want to show people that the FAC Lightning was number one, 70,000 vote. The C1, you got Terrapin and Reclaimer. So that's what happened back in August, September, way back when. But yeah. And then this is a question about the different waves for the limited quantity limited ship. Talk about wave 1 being midnight, and wave 2 8, and wave 3 at 4 p.m. next day. Freya responded, wave 1 starts at 1600, wave 2 starts at then. With Pacific time zone being 8 hours behind, it would be prior. So that's why I say in the same day or a different day, depends on what time zone you're on. But just go by UTC and convert from that, you should be fine. Anything like the Expo? Oh yeah, talking about the FAC Lightning. Executive Lightning edition owners will get the best in show paint. I believe that's the $15,000 tier.
Negative, it's 10,000.
10,000. Okay, 10,000.
Yeah.
Executive?
Oh wait,
Executive?
no, you're.
Yeah, executive.
Yeah, that's
executive.
That's,
executive is
yeah, that's
15,000.
at 15. Yeah, the regular one is at 10.
The regular one
yeah.
is 10,000. Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
And they want to know, did the best in show is $29.49? So they had the best $29.49. They had a separate ship instead of just a skin. So you got a ship like the Emerald Phoenix in $29.49. They want to know if that will get the skin. And agents who claim best in show owners will be awarded the best in show paint too. So provided that it's in your hanger, not in your backpack. Asking about the FAC again. If you use pad, you won't have to. If you play for FAC Lightning, you won't be able to acquire the best in show complete pack that had included the FAC. So you already have the FAC Lightning in your hanger or buyback. You cannot buy the best in show complete pack that had the FAC Lightning in it, but they do sell a separate one without it. So it'll be a 3-pack instead of a 4-pack. No referral reward this year. So yeah, that typically they do referral reward, but they're not doing that this year. Making things a little more simple, I guess. This is the new player guide to Star Citizen. I'm not going to go through this, but basically it's just letting people know who are coming new to the game what's going on. And they do that every Free Fly and every IAE and every Invictus. Pre-flight tech, this is for people who are returning, the welcome back pilot, but people are talking about, different patches and whatnot. So people who have left the game for a little while can catch up on what's changed. And they're up to 344.
Imagine somebody that hasn't been back since Master Modes. And they come back now, and it's so different.
Yeah, you can say that for almost. It depends on how long they've been away, but yeah.
I was in game, and somebody in chat was like, "Where's all my inventory? I can't find anything anymore."
Right?
Is it broken? So yeah, it happens.
Yep. Oh, here's a conversation. It's refreshing because I've been on the tab for a bit, but let it refresh real quick. So yeah. Folks, so I'm gonna go in order. From 2020, this is the first year to have it Invictus. IAE in 2020 they made 17 million, and they ended up with 78 million total for the year. 2021, it does come up. They made 1 more million, so 22 instead of 21. And that year they ended up with 86 million in 2021. In 2022, from 21 to 23, so it made 2 more million in IAE, and it ended up in 113 million for that year. Last year, they go from 23 to 28, so that's 5 million and 5 million US dollars increase between the 2 years. And that year they ended up in 117 mil. So right now we're 81 mil. So that means we're 36 million off from breaking last year's record, and we're currently only at 4 million out of 28 million last year. So, but all these ships, you got at least 6 ships. You got the Starless Attack, you got the Anvil Medical Terrapin, you got the two Hornet, you got the Intrepid, and you got the Polaris, and some other ships. So at least 6 ships coming this year. This is like one of the most shippiest IAE I've seen. Yes, I'm making up the word. I'm Jesse Jackson. Shippiest IAE I've been a part of. But what do people think it's gonna end up for November? Last year, 28 mil. What do you think November is going to be ending? And what do you think the year is going to end up? Like last year was 117 in total. Who wants to go first?
I'll start the party. Like we said last year, it depends. If land claims, like we said last night, if land claims come in, this thing could go up to 125-ish. It depends.
I'm sorry, 125 million from land claims?
No. I mean, what was last year?
Everything all together.
Last
year was 117 total for November, December.
Right. So what I'm saying is 120 to 125.
125.
125-ish around there. If they sell land claim, and it depends on, like you said, how many pioneers that we don't know, the count of that they allow to be sold. Because if it, I think they could sell probably 6,000 of them or something. Somewhere like
people buy them.
Yeah,
people buy them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's almost $1,000 per ship per pioneer. So yeah. It
just depends on how many of them they feel like they want to let go. Land claims in the pioneer could bring them way over the top.
Kushnagi, you want to give a guess?
Well, if they only sell 1,000 pioneers, you're still getting the same amount of money they made the previous year. That's the problem. You're not going to say, hey, we're going to sell 10 times more pioneers. They probably sell out every year, so that's a firm number. So if they're saying that, hey, we're going to sell $500,000 in pioneers, they probably know that number because they're like, okay, well, we sold all the pioneers last year,
but the question is, Admiral, how much you think they'll make in November, and how much you think they'll end up in the year?
Well, the question is, do you think right now we're below? If you look at October, we're actually down, but from the last 2 years, both 2022 and 2023 ended higher than we are right now. So we're already behind the 8 ball there. So the question is, as we catch up, can we catch up to $105 million?
Yes, but Admiral, what number? Give me a number. So last year it was 28 mil.
Okay, so I'll go for November. Then I'll say let's try to make at least what we made in 2022. I think the goal here to make more than that. If you move that out of the way, so we need to make total of at least $105 million. So you're looking at like, where are we at, like
81 now,
like $25 million to get us in the ballpark. If we do more, I mean, they got a lot of ships. They do have a lot of ships coming, but people are also going to be like, hey, I can afford 2 ships. I might be able to afford the Intrepid and maybe something else. Everybody thinks like people buy like most of the money CIG makes is from new backers. If you look at their stats from they have to give their finances into the England version of like the tax service or whatever. A couple of years ago we saw that they actually get the majority of funding from Aurora buyers and new package buyers. So like the starter ships. So they have a starter ship coming out. So they're going to have that new ship and all the other starter ships for new backers with this free fly. And the question is this game getting so much? Is there so much hype for Pyro and stuff like that? We get all those people to come in. And,
so far,
and then yes, this other ships will help. So the other ships will help.
So far in chat, I'm only seeing the prisoner giving gas. So yeah, if anyone else in chat want to give guesses, go ahead, please. So what do you think is going to be in November? What do you think is going to be for the end of the year?
So what on what Admiral said about the number of new backers, that's the number I look at on this chart from year to year, is to see what that increase is. Is it continuing to go up? Is it stalling? And what you notice is that roughly, between 700,000 and 1 million new backers per year from, I guess, 2020. So, but we're kind of far off of that as it is right now, because we only have 500,000 more than, actually 400,000 more than we ended with last year, right? So we have to get a bunch of new backers between now and the end of the year to just get to where we were last year. And yeah, I think this year we're probably going to be about even with where we were last year in terms of, it'll be around 120. That'd be my guess.
20.
Slightly
And how much
ahead,
you think for November? And how much you think for November?
For November, I honestly would say that it's going to be like 25 million total.
Okay.
Are we taking these numbers down?
Wait, are you writing these
down
out?
in YouTube. It's down in YouTube. No, nothing. I'm just curious what people say. So
I mean, because
go ahead.
Pyro hype isn't really hype anymore. Like
Right.
it's just not, because we've been on the road to Pyro for so long. It's like, okay, it's here now, great. But like, I don't see people backing, because I don't think there was a huge no cash till Pyro contingent out there. Let's put it that way.
So the prisoner is guessing 107 million. Almost Over says 120. Danger Hobo says 420.69. So yeah.
I'm saying 105 by the end of November, right? Which puts us in line with 2022, but we still have to go through December.
Okay. Fist face.
You already know my numbers.
We
I'll say
don't
it
have it
again.
on YouTube. We don't have it on today. You told us last night. You say it again
I
for the
will.
night.
Say it again tonight. That's what I said I'm gonna do. I said 115, right? If they don't sell land claims. If they do sell land claims, I'm saying 210.
Yeah, he's doubling the number of his selling that they sell land claims.
Yeah, he went.
Well, there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people that would buy multiple land claims instantly. I mean, I know people that instantly will buy 10. Like a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people with 50 accounts, but they sure as hell aren't going to play all those 50 accounts at the same time.
I mean, for me personally, I'm thinking November will probably be 30 or 35. Let's say 30. Let's say 32 million for November. And if they don't sell land claim, they do not sell land claim, I'm saying 120 or 125 for the year. So say 120 for the year. So that'll
For
be
the year. Okay,
yeah,
so
for
you're
the
saying
year.
year.
Yeah.
I
That's
just
what I
have
asked.
a word for caution. If they do sell land claims, don't put it down near the valid card. Just make sure.
Or make sure it's well defended.
Well, I don't know if you could defend against that.
No,
You can try.
make sure you get valid car insurance.
The valid car insurance. Okay, that sounds good.
What is that? Allstate or State Farm?
He's on 503. He's on 503, I think. So just be careful where you put your land claim down on 503.
All right. So yeah, so it'll be interesting. All right, so moving on from that, we have. Oh yeah, I wanted to show y'all this because I thought this was interesting. This is the day by day funding stats on the official CIG page. So they made almost 300K on the 16th, which is 5 days ago. But we're seeing an uptick the day before IAE. I think these may be people getting their CCUs, getting their RSI credit in order before IAE take place. What do y'all think? Because the day before is 182, and this is almost like 270. It's almost 90 or 100K. So, what do y'all think this uptick is about?
That's what I'm trying to figure. What are they buying today?
I know what this is. I know
What is it?
exactly what this is.
What is it?
It's people buying stuff they're going to CCU.
Yeah, CCU.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure
Yeah.
out what's on sale today.
I don't understand it. Yeah.
They have a couple of Warbond stuff. Hold on, let me
They
look.
do?
Well, they had it. They might have taken off the thing right now. So let me go over here.
And they have the Argo Atlas. Does that still have LTI?
The Atlas is not available anymore, I don't think. But hold on,
You
I'm
know,
refreshing.
it's not even the LTI thing though. Remember, if you get something and you CCU it to something from the IAE, you get the 10-year insurance.
Yeah, you get the 10-year or LTI, depending on what's available. So here, let me go to the store,
Is
and then I'm going to click
Crusader
on...
chip on sale? Is that what's on sale?
So you still have these war bonds right now. So you still have the Prowler war bond, still have the Starlink Mac war bond, and still have the Zeus ES and 2. But I don't think they sold. Oh, I don't believe they sold 90K. They might have in these war bonds today, but I mean, who knows?
Okay,
But yeah,
so I can see,
all right.
okay.
I mean, the
I can see
Prowler
the
is like,
back.
I mean, the Prowler is 410, so yeah, that's on the way to like an Ironclad or M2, what have you. Or, well, here's the other thing, folks, you cannot CCU to the Pioneer. That's a limited ship. Yeah, you cannot CCU to the Phoenix, you cannot CCU to an F8 Lightning, you cannot CCU to the 890, and you cannot CCU to the Pioneer. So people may be disappointed when they figure that out.
It's gonna be a hurting on their wallet.
When did the Ursa Respite paint come out? Is that new? I don't remember these.
The Ursa was what?
And the Oasis paint? It's a green,
I think that nobody came out with the links. I'm not sure. Hold on, let me check something. So let me see if anything is LTI out right now. Oh, okay, yeah, they're still selling those ships.
Really?
Yeah, they're still available.
Okay.
And,
The tag?
yeah.
Okay.
I just refreshed, so yeah.
I am just really wondering what the BLD is gonna
Yeah.
price on that.
We'll find out soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is probably what people are doing. They're getting the
Okay.
LTI tokens in place
that's
before.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Curious. So I think we figured it out. So thank y'all for that. Okay, then we got a couple more before we get to our community content. This is from Yogi Cloud, speaking about any updates on master modes going forward. Nothing really changed from previous replies in the topic. We just didn't get around to iterate on FM because we're heavily involved with 324.3 and 4.0. We checked the past replies that most of them are still valid, TLDR. First, future work on flight model and flight experience is already zeroed up. I guess that's their system to let them know that it's queued up. Time assignments have been blocked out, and the chunk block of time, because there's a chunky block of work. None of that work will begin before 4.0, as we're heavily involved in that release due to jump point, previously 324.3. They will not answer specific tuning questions at this time because there are aspects of the flight experience that will change. But in general, they can't give you a lot of information away yet, anyway, because they have their own announcement and schedule. But you have to wait until they're ready. So that's the future of Master Mode going forward. Any thoughts? All right, moving on.
I just caught hunka for a chunka. Now I just got kind of the craving for cheese. But I thought I heard you.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Scuba crackers once in a while.
This is the same thread. Same thread. Yogi Clark, they think that there's a bit of a misunderstanding. Excuse me. Nobody said that flight peeps are caught up in server messing itself. The reason for the heavily involvement in 4.0 is simply jump point. As a player, you're actually flying through those jump points, and that flight experience is completely different from normal IFCS flight. That means a new flight model with its own rules and boundaries and had to be developed and iterated until it felt right, and it just took time. This is a different thread. CRG, please, for the love of CR, talk about game settings and not key binding. Asking about the toggles and whatnot. So Yogi Flat said, remind me that you really got to change the wording on that. Not clear what the option does. This is what they're talking about. Not everyone wants to call it at 30 meters per second, and the toggle is always on. If we had the option under setting either to enable yes or enable no, that would have been a wonderful option. So I believe what it says now is... okay, reduce. I can't even read that. Pause option, flight option, with auto precision. No. So yeah, the wording confusing, and they basically said that they want to change the wording.
That wording looks like it was something. It's like dev speak that ended up.
It is.
They never got around to changing it for the menu. They just we'll just leave it.
And then Yogi Class says, yes, they agree. We reckon the binding screen is already on the to-do pile, but they do not know for when. So they want to redo the binding screens and they want to reword that. So yeah, that's coming soon, Tim. We just don't know when. A couple of more. What is the graphic processor unit pipeline improvement that's currently being worked on? Ollie Brown said. First thing, they need to finish the stable. They need to roll on a finished stable fast version of the Vulkan renderer out. The good news is it's already the default for Squadron 42 and running well. Sorry. So they mentioned another thread. They just need to wait for the code to reach the PU and fix any issue that we find in the PTU before we hit large play count and more diverse hardware. After Vulkan is stable, the next two performance-related goals will be improvement to memory usage, avoiding going over budget, and using memory more carefully. And because there are large performance hits when too much memory is used. I'm sorry about that. Optimization passes on each shader and system. This has been in limbo for a while because the best graphic GPU tool only work on Vulkan and DX12. And Vulkan can also change a lot about how the GPU perform. So they needed the Vulkan rolled out before they can dig deeper into those shaders. On the flip side, global illumination and reflection will likely come at significant GPU cost. So they got lots of work to do to make headway on these features. Ollie Brown. So that's talking about what's next on the GPU pipeline. Then a couple more. Go ahead.
I'm just wondering, can they improve it before they implement path tracing?
Implement what?
All right, just talking about optimizing the memory.
Right.
Can they do? I don't think they would do that before they implement path tracing, would they?
Path tracing? I don't know.
Yeah, because that's a whole nother. Yeah.
No, I mean you can ask them. maybe they'll respond.
No, they ain't listening to me.
I mean, you never know, Pops. You never know.
Nah.
All right. So moving on, this is another one from Ollie Brown. switching from Vulcan to DS11, and the other resolved the 4.0 EPU 30K error upon loading an infinite screen. What this person is saying is that depending on whether that's using Vulcan or DS11, they do not get the 30K error upon any loading infinite loading screen. But according to Ali Brown, that doesn't make sense because the 30K network error and the runner API choice are, in terms of code, very far apart and likely, very unlikely for them to be linked, though nothing is impossible. For example, if it's not possible for the game network code to know which renderer is being used, it's not possible for the game network code to know which renderer is being used, basically. It feels more likely that the apparent link they saw could be down to timing differences. One takes longer to load than the other, basically. So maybe just coincidence, or maybe they have to look into it. But yeah. So I thought that was interesting. This person said that depending on what renderer they use, they do not get infinite loading screen.
Oh, you know what, too, Fast? I mean, you were talking about paints earlier. Path tracing may make the paints look better.
Okay.
Once they put path tracing in. So, yeah, maybe not judge them right now.
All right, then we got one more before our content, community content. So I like what this person did. I'm going to mute the sound, but I just want to show y'all. This is 100 meter sprint time. So this person decided to go one by one, depending on what armor this person uses, how fast they can do 100 meter sprint. So I thought this was interesting, and I'll go forward so people can get the result. Actually, let me show this. So this is the light, medium, and heavy armor. As compared to when someone isn't using any armor or when someone is just using a flight suit. So there you go, the time.
The heavy armor
medium
guy
and
should
heavy.
just fall on the ground right now.
Yeah.
What was that?
They need to adjust the heavy armor.
The heavy armor, the guy should be on the ground heaving.
I feel there should be a bigger difference between all three of these.
Yeah, there should
or
be.
Four, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things the person says is that they are a professional athlete, so that's what they won track field in real life. So that's one of the reasons why they did this thing, because they were interested in the results. So yeah, I thought it was cool, and they did get a CIG response. JJ Watt. So yeah, 14 almost seconds to run it. So that's like they measured it, and it's like 25 kilometers per second. I forgot how many not kilometers, 24 miles, 24 kilometers per hour. Sorry. So that's the time.
Heavy should be like 15.7 or something. It shouldn't be the same as medium.
Yeah, definitely longer.
Yeah, and with just a flight suit, you should be super fast.
Well, unless you're naked too, you should be super fast when naked.
Oh yeah, I just look at the flight suit as, it's not this bulky thing, so it should be close to being naked.
Okay, so they say fit men run 12 to 14 seconds, and fit women run 13 to 15 seconds. So yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Everybody in Star Citizen's fit.
Yeah, basically. we got to get in military shape. So I thought that was cool. I thought that was interesting. All right. So any comments about that? All right.
It needs to be adjusted, but other things are more important right now.
I mean, it's like people can think of some of the weirdest stuff to test and comment on. I love it though, but yeah, I would never occur to me to time how fast my character is moving depending on what armor they were using. So I thought it was cool.
You don't go into combat much, like when you're in the game.
True.
So you wouldn't, yeah.
All right. So we have our community content. I was going to do the MVP for this week, but I decided I might put people to sleep. So instead, Kusanagi, you put this in chat recently. This is the AnnaDemetriou, saying working at inside CIG, working on Squadron 42 and Star Citizen. This is 7 minutes long. So this is basically her experience. This came out yesterday, in fact. So I thought that was cool. So we're going to check it out.
You are a performance capture artist for Star Citizen. You've done a number of roles for Star Citizen. You were just up here this week doing additional roles for Squadron 42. We'll talk a little bit about that later, like this. But let's talk about how you got.
It is so early. If I'm being honest with you, right? I wake up, I probably go to bed at like 3 a.m. and get up around 10, 11. That's my schedule. My alarm went off at 6 in the morning today. So that's effectively, in many ways, the middle of my night. And my wisps are showing it. Look at that bed hair. I'm doing 4. You know what? I feel like I'm not actually allowed to say what I'm not gonna talk about this here. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about what I'm doing, just in case I get into trouble. But it's gonna be a long day. I don't know whether to eat breakfast or not because I just don't feel hungry right now. We'll work it out. I don't think I'm allowed to show you anything about the studio because they said that they wanted to do like their own reveal of it. So if I started taking photos and sharing them with you, then it would ruin the surprise. But they said after the surprise that I can show you stuff, so I don't know, I'll take some pictures just in case. Where even am I? I don't actually know where I am right now in the middle of... I'm just in Manchester somewhere sporadically. Help! Wow, I don't think I've ever looked so fabulous. The wisps are on point right now.
Do you think it'd be okay if I just did one more notch on here just to make sure?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I bet this is the first time.
Is he local?
It wasn't straight. Oh no, it wasn't.
Yeah. What camera is it? Like, does it? Are they specific motion capture cameras or?
No, this is just, I think it's
mini
Spaceware's own like little proprietary camera, but it's literally just a camera.
And then you fix it to like a rig.
Yeah. I think Faceware kind of put this all together themselves and then sell it as a kit.
Right.
But yeah, they're kind of different. The motion capture cameras on the truss here are all like infrared, so they send out beams that then bounce off the dots and detect the dots, whereas the face cameras are literally just like normal cameras.
That's why I was finding it crazy that I had like a piece of wood in front of me, but it was still capturing my legs.
Yeah. I think because there's 58 cameras in this volume.
58?
Yeah, and as long as three of them can see a dot at any time, it'll create that data. So
3?
Yeah, because it just triangulates. So essentially, the more cameras you have, the more likely you are to pick up data. But lift this up.
One of the hardest bits I realise of mocap in general, when people ask me about it, is reading. Like if you learn the lines, maybe it's probably a bit easier. But if you're reading a teleprompter with this in front of your face and the light is shining in your face,
it's probably quite distracting. I've had the light in my face very briefly, and even for that time, it's like
and having to read a paragraph.
Yeah,
I
can imagine it's not the easiest.
This is the studio. I'm so excited. Oh, wispy. It's just amazing. You're in it now.
It's quite a...
Unreal.
then when I moved to LA, I got a job. I worked at Activision as a local laser
Oh, wow.
and my shift was 5 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Oh my God. Well, that's the grind. And look at you now.
Terrible. Well, and I was also interning for Chris in the daytime. So I was doing 9 to 5 at the production office and then 5 to 2 a.m. 5 days a week.
I have so much respect for that though, because it ends up leading you to where you want to be, right?
Well, but it also had the weird side effect of like all of a sudden my schedule completely shifted and I suddenly could not be up late. I was always waking up early.
You had to learn.
You are a performance capture artist for Star Citizen. You've done a number of roles for Star Citizen. You were just up here this week doing additional roles for Squadron 42. We'll talk a little bit about that later, like this. But let's talk.
Very happy to be here. Sorry about that. I got my timing mixed up. So we're back. So yeah, what do people think of the video from AnnaDemetriou?
That was really good. I actually watched this already. Subscribed to her. It was good. I'm glad to see Anna. She's been letting us into some of her daily activities. From the past. Also kind of showing us how she came about for her album music album that she did too. But I'm glad to see that she allowed the community to see her work and everything.
And I was remiss. I was supposed to say thank you to Zulu Group and thank you for Startup Grim for the raid. You're welcome raiders. Like we were just watching our community content from AnnaDemetriou about her experience with Squadron 42 and Star Citizen. So thank you for joining. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
No. That's about it. She's a very sweet person.
Well.
I just want to just jump in there and say, I know someone commented about, oh, this is where, my Javelin dollars are going to. And it's like, yeah, because if you listen to what they're talking about, they like the technical aspect of that was they're talking about face wear. And, if you look them up, and I think they mentioned like 3 cameras, but each camera is a different system. So if you have one camera system is $26,000 with the support, USB connectors, the license support's $1,000 a year, and if you get 3 or more, it's like down to $23,000. So you're looking at like close to $75,000 just for this camera equipment, the licensing to use it, and it doesn't include the training that your employees have to go to take it, which is like over $1,000 a day for them to get training on this stuff. So. Yeah, like we're getting a little, this is all technical stuff. It's not, it's kind of cool to see, one of the actors being, going through the process to create, Star Citizen. We see AnnaDemetriou now in Microtech as the holograms that meet us there, and her voice. So it's kind of cool to see what she's had gone through with CIG and, and the process to get to where we're headed. So I think that's kind of cool. And if you kind of, look around for little, hints of what's going on in the background, it's kind of interesting to take a look at. I did love the Vandal statue in there. Very cool.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
No, that was cool. Yeah, I agree. Anyone else?
Yeah, I mean it's great to see things like this behind the scenes, how it's done. I watched the other day again where I don't know if you've ever seen this thing like where they do the photorealism of people, and I saw where you sit, it's like a dome kind of a thing where Mike Tyson actually sat in, and it's a whole bunch of cameras where it's actually taking pictures of him, a 360-degree picture, and the likeness of him comes out of that reel. So these types of things are really interesting how they do that. The cockpit I thought was just like great, fantastic, made out of wood, you know, all of that. But I'm really wondering what character she's playing in Squadron 42.
Well, she let it slip. She said 4, and then they had that Windows special effect. The Windows so she said 4, but you know, maybe there'll be a different one. Because I was watching watching the Squadron 42 demo for this year at CitizenCon, and she said that she said at the very beginning, when the character walked by a TV monitor and is screaming the news, she was the voice on the news at the very beginning of the Squadron 42 video.
Oh, so why is she sitting in the cockpit then?
Because she had more than one character.
Oh, you meant she's. When you said
she said she's 4 characters. Yeah, she's 4.
Oh, I thought you meant 4 is her like the name of her character. I didn't know
no.
the amount. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, that's cool.
Yeah.
And one last thing, I love her voice. She has one of the coolest voices.
Yep. Anyone else?
Yeah, I think it's really cool how closely the narrative team works with the mocap people, because that's one of the things that, like, I don't know if other games really care that much, but it seems like with CIG and Star Citizen, it seems like they want these, you know, NPCs that we come across in game to really reflect what they're supposed to be in the lore. And so I like that, you know, seeing Dave Haddock there, you know, is great. Also, I wonder, you know, she said this is for Squadron 42, but I wonder if they're going to ever like mocap her for Rowena Dooley, like have Rowena Dooley in the PU.
I believe that's one of the 4. We talk about it in the chat right now. So she's Dooley, her voice.
Mm-hmm.
She's the hologram and Microtech. That's 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then she may have she's at least 1 character in Squadron 42, possibly 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And is that everyone?
I wonder if that cockpit is built to scale.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah,
it might be.
Not have to. Maybe not. Yeah.
Miss Babbage, thank you. There you go. Miss Babbage, thank you. Yeah, so it might be to the scale, but it doesn't have to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it may not have to be.
Let me see if I can find it real quick.
How old is this video?
Oh, this came out yesterday.
Oh, yeah,
this came out yesterday.
That's right, you did say it at the beginning. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
No problem. Yeah. So that looks to be about the same size, or similar size to the chair Emma Bishop was in, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. So okay, then that makes me think if this is something she did, let's say in the past 2 months, there's still mocap in Squadron 42?
No, this is, well, she had a date in here. Hold on.
Oh,
I think it said 2022.
This is 2023.
2023.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think at the end, at the beginning.
2022, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, when she starts off, it said 2022, and then she probably went back a year later to see her motion cap.
Okay.
This is September 2022, and the other one was 2023.
And I remember the monthly reports that mentioned these mocap sessions. So, yeah, read the monthly report.
All right. So, yeah, congratulations to AnnaDemetriou for her success in Squadron 42 and Star Citizen. I hope she's having fun. It looks like she's having a blast, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, she's actually she does quite well. I think she was like second or lead actress in what was it? There's some plague game, like an RPG.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forget the name of the game, but yeah, she had that role. Just look her up on IMDb. All right then. So we're gonna wind down our podcast right here. So on Saturday, join us for Soul Voices. You could talk join up one-on-one with Griffin Gaming RPG as opposed to multiple people coming in our Discord. You can talk to him one-on-one. Basically, cover something from Reddit, something from Spectrum, and something from the industry in general. That starts at 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. UTC. That's part of Podcast Saturday, where you get a full day of Star Citizen, starting at 2 p.m., then 4 p.m. with After Club, then 9 p.m. with Relay. Then on Sunday, join us for our next Soul Citizen, Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern, midnight UTC. We're talking about Soul Update 4.0. That is the topic for this coming Sunday. So it should be a fun show, so join us for that, hopefully. Another shout out again. Flight to Rhythm was on People's Radio last week, but it's available on Cloud. And Jade was speaking earlier how they're updating the news reports on the People's Radio, right?
Yeah, there's one playing right now, actually.
Okay.
But yeah. It's more refreshing. It's more of a conversation than the kind of format I had before.
Cool. You want to become a Soul Sis or Soul Mate? Soul Citizen membership has the privileges. Click the join button below on YouTube. I thank everybody for joining me. I'm Kusanagi, Fitzface, Cotton Face, and Jade for co-hosting as usual. Appreciate y'all and thank y'all for joining me in chat. And again, thank you for Zulu Group and Starjump Graham. I keep on to call you your other name. I remember your other name, but yeah, Zulu Group and Startup Graham for the raid. Appreciate it. You want to support us, my merchandise? You click the link below on YouTube, down below. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, or follow depending on what platform you're on, and make sure you hit the notification bell to know when we go live. So we're going to raid the Afterpub. Make sure you send the Afterpub out all love. Now, I hope everybody have fun, and be careful in IAE. Don't spend too much money. Don't eat yourself out. Don't spend yourself out of a house and home. Okay.
Quick question before we leave. Are we going to be since next week is going to be Thursday? Are you going to do a stream?
Next week, yeah, we will do a stream. And thank you for interrupting me because I forgot to mention that we are doing a virtual Bar Citizen, coming up on November 30th. Let me get that information on here. Let me just put it up here. I'll copy the link. Sorry, Griff. Forgot to do the virtual Bar Citizen. So yeah, that's the link for the QR code, or you can go directly to the Zoom link right there. But yes, the first session is 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern on November 30th, and the late session will be 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern on the same day. So it'll be a full day of Virtual Bar Citizen. You can stay for both, or stay for one, or just come in and go as your schedule permit. So again, thank you for everyone for that, and tune in for that. Again, we're going to raid the Afterpub. Now we're going to raid the Afterpub. Sorry about that, Griff. All right. Peace, love, and soul. Take care, everybody.